Hey all, it's the Nitro RC Nerds here. Let's get right down to it. First up, Dynamite Magnum Force 2. I can't get enough of this stuff. Comes with a broken cap and everything. I use it for everything. I'm always constantly swapping out diff oils, all that kind of stuff, and this right here works great on any sort of metal parts. Speaking of diff oil, I got some 6K PT Racing, as well as some Team Losi 2, 5, and 7. Also needed some shock oil, so I got some Team Losi 35 weight and 27 and a half. 27 and a half I really like on my Losi 810. 35 I use probably on most of my vehicles. You can see here, or maybe you can see, I don't know, but I obviously have quite a bit, but I'm constantly switching out oils. And the whole idea is to test, and then test again. Next up, just an X-Acto knife. I already have a few of these. I went to go get some replacement blades, but then I saw it, and it was pretty much the same price with the blades, so I thought, what the hell. These are really good for a lot of different things. If you want to clean your bearings, they're very good at popping off shields or any sort of body masking, just peeling it off, things such as that. Definitely recommend one of these if you don't have them. This was $2. I got a Proline white wing. I'm not going to tell you what it's for. I already have a few of these. I've got both black and white. I will tell you it's not for my Mugen. For my Savage, I got a heavy duty Servo Saver spring. The one on it's okay, but it's starting to give way, and each time I tighten it, it's losing a lot of its luster. Also for the Savage, I got a screw kit, Tony screws. This is nice, I don't have to worry about the damn Phillips anymore, all hex. Be very interested to see how all this works. Additionally for my Savage, I got some Kyosho 6x8 shims. And this has to do with the play that I have in my transmission. So that's quite a bit. So kind of the consensus that I got from experts was to simply shim it. We'll see how it works. Also for the Savage, I got a aluminum steering servo horn. Interestingly enough, it's the same horn that I'm using here in Big Bertha, my D8T. Also for the Savage, as I'm going through my rebuild, I bought some step screws. You'll have to watch the rebuild video for it, but essentially these are the screws that go through the hub carriers. They're prone to bending, and obviously if something like this bends, you're going to have binding. If you have binding, that's not good. Got some Team Associated diff lube. Just, again, kind of general maintenance things. As noted, I'm doing a really kick-ass rebuild on my beloved Losi 810, so I had to get it some things. Starting with the new chassis. The chassis on here is okay. I mean, it's been through a lot, and I mean, this is my beloved 810. I keep it better than new, so I don't know, anytime I have a chance to make it better, I will, and I really think that a new chassis will help out. I'll still keep the old one though. I also decided to try out the Losi 3-shoe clutch for my 810. Kind of interested. It's got both composite and aluminum with a nice set of springs. Right now on here I'm running an M2C, and I really like it, but again, I've been impressed with the Losi clutch setup that we run on my son's 8 2.0, and so I'm going to keep the M2C on this engine right here, excuse me, but I'm also putting on a new engine on the 810, new pipe, tank, all that. And what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and take off the stock shoe, or stock clutch setup I guess, and then put on this Losi one. Also got a pull start assembly with the one-way bearing and all that. Again, that's for the, just in general, to have one of these. I know a guy at Horizon Hobby, and I talked to him, and he said that the pull starts, one-way bearing, all that crap, it's about to go away. And the thing is, because this 810 is my all-time favorite vehicle, I'm going to have it my entire life. I mean, it's the one vehicle I have, just like I said, forever. Anytime a part gets somewhat rare, I'm going to stock up on it. So an example, just get some additional rear hubs. I have different shocks for it. And so what I decided I was going to do is try a whole different set of pistons. And anytime you change your pistons, oil, things like that, you want to try new new springs. So I got some of the soft springs because I already have a few of the mediums, and then of course I got some of the hard springs right there. Additionally, at some point I'm going to take the ones off this 8.2.0, try them on the 810. We'll see. A little worried about the weight because I like to keep it as light as possible. Not that I don't have any problems with the the current shock setup, but it never hurts to test things out. Also got some button head screws. Doesn't sound too cool, but it's one of those items that are needed. This is one of the RPM arms that I had on it. I'm going to take it off just because I haven't been impressed with it. Had a crash. It bent right here, and without going into a lot of detail, there's these bushings with these button head screws that go through the hub carrier. Lost them completely. So again, more of a maintenance item. Also just got some generic Losi air filters. I get questions all the time, how often do you clean your air filters, whatever. And you can see, I like to stock up on them simply because I guess the answer of how often I clean them, maybe, I clean them after every run, of course, but probably every 5-6 cleanings, I'll just go ahead and replace them. They're very cheap, and it's an important part of your car. And being that I'm so sentimental, this is the original air filter, inner and outer, that came with my beloved 810. So I noted I had a recent crash with my 810, and for the most part, everything held up except for those A-arms. But there's a little bit of collateral damage, or some things that worry me a little bit. So, including the spindles and the hub carriers, they seem okay, but just to be safe, I went ahead and just got another set of them. And then last but not least, I got this Losi Mini 8 that's been sitting around because having issues with the stock battery. The stock battery, problem after problem after problem. As in, we've not really even been able to get this thing to run. And I know it's really easy. A lot of people, you sit back and go, oh, you're just not doing this right, you're not doing that right. No, I've charged, I've done everything by the book. Just I've had very bad luck with both these batteries. However, there's been an inspiration, and that would be the newest member to our team, Winston. So I thought, screw it, let's just go ahead and get a 3S LiPo for it. I guess this one's okay. It was recommended for this vehicle. It's a good fit. I don't want to have to jack with any mods or anything, because this is the vehicle here where I want it to be low maintenance. I just want to plug it in, charge it, and drive. And more than anything, I want to have fun with Winston. So I have to figure out if I'm going to convert these to Deans or if I'm going to convert my charger to EC2. I'm not really sure yet, but regardless, pretty soon you're going to see this Mini 8 running around our house, running around everywhere, having fun with Winston. So yeah, it's a nice little haul. I'm not going to go over everything, but chassis, wings, clutches, servo saver springs, shock springs, hub carriers, engines, pull starts, pistons, screw kits, oils, LiPo batteries, on and on and on. However, and when I say that this unboxing right here is probably 5% of what I have coming up, because on eBay today, I found a shop, I'm not going to tell you who it is, that had the most unbelievable deals I've ever seen, not just in this hobby, but I think in my whole life. Just give you some few ideas. So like this Losi at 2.0, they had that Tune Flex chassis, whatever. It's normally like $100. It was $20. These carbon shock towers that I love so much, at least here for the 810, they're normally $28, $35. They had the front for $8 and the rear for $6. I'm talking drive shafts, pinions, crown gears, boots, A-arms for a multitude of vehicles. And I ended up with like 60, 70 different parts. And I had to stop, but of course the 810, this is my baby, and not only am I going to keep it a long time, but I'm going to keep it better than new for a long, long time. And this in my opinion, is the best 810 on the planet. I got a lot for the 8 2.0, for Big Bertha, for the Savage, and kind of the way that you want to think about it, at least the way that I view it is, you know, sometimes it's me against the vehicle. I'm going to win. It doesn't have any say in it whatsoever. At the end of the day, if you're willing to put in the work, the analysis and all that, you're going to win. The vehicle's going to do whatever you want it to do. That's what it's all about. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day.